Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video we are going to discuss about your recent INICET exam. So let me tell you that your recent INICET exam was not a very simple exam. We gave the exam, we come out, we see that we know most of the questions. But the trick with this INICET exam is that these people, these are going to twist your options. These are going to make the things look simple, but actually they are not. In radiology the questions were four, but I feel that those four questions were not easy to answer. Just jumping to the first question, that was based on anatomy, that is your knee MRI. You were asked to mark the structure anterior cruciate ligament. So I feel learning about this knee MRI at your stage is difficult. We as radiologists, we do a lot of reporting of knee MRI, shoulder MRI. So that is what I think was brought out into this paper. So what the radiologists are actually doing, they are giving you this type of questions only. So knee MRI, shoulder MRI, ankle MRI, wrist MRI. So these are few things which you can have a look while you are going through your anatomy. I feel that you do not need to study these things separately because they can be asked in the future exams also. In the last INICET exam also, one question was based on anatomy itself. You were asked to count the posterior ribs and you were asked to see the ribs which were having fracture. So anatomy in radiology is one question that is definitely be asked in your next exam. And study the anatomy along with radiological images. You are going to enjoy the radiology once you start understanding it. Then if I talk about the second question, that is your based on parathyroid adenoma, you were asked which is the best investigation of choice for it, and everyone knew that it was a system EB scan. But again, what the examiner did, he put up two options which had system AB. One was technetium 99 and the other was SPECT scan, right? So the learning from this question was that you have to go into the depth of everything. You cannot read anything just superficially and go away with it. So what happens with us that in the short subjects we read a lot of things just superficially, and we think that we can get away with it. So the examiner was very specific that whether it was a 2D scan, whether it was a 3D scan. And parathyroid adenoma is one such topic which was asked in the previous exam also. The thing is the question was different, so topics are definitely repeated. So previous year questions are important. Why? Because they can be repeated in different forms and everyone is going to read those previous year's questions. Every teacher is going to stress upon the previous year questions, and if you are one of those students who has not read the previous year questions very well, then you are going to lag behind than others in this main exam. So that is why previous year questions are must for any subject. If I talk about other questions, that is your question on button battery. Again, that was not a very straightforward question, I would say. So if I would be at your age and if someone would have shown me a round structure within the neck, okay, there would have been, and thinking about the and during the main exam only, if someone would have shown me round structures, any one of you would have got confused between the various options that were given, that is your coin, button battery, or bottle cap. So here again the examiner wants to expects you to look at that coin very carefully like a radiologist does. So here again depth is important. So whenever you are reading anything, I would suggest that try to go into the depth of that thing. If you are just reading things superficially, it is going to harm you a lot. Then if I just compare from the previous exam, previous INICET exam, the number of questions, radiology based questions, were less. And in radiology, the questions will not be directly from radiology. Okay, they will be clubbed with other subjects like your surgery, and that is how you need to read radiology as well. For example, if you are reading GIT in surgery, then try to read the radiological images first before going into the surgery. So that will, give you a better idea, give you a better understanding of the major subject. Many times you are going to read about the various IVP images from the section of genitourinary radiology. In the GI radiology also, esophageal cancer, barium swallow images. All these images, you are not going to understand if you don't, just open up your radiology subject. So I would advise that before reading gynecology, before reading GIT in surgery or hepatobiliary in surgery, go through the radiology images first. That is going to increase your understanding about the major subject. Then your nuclear medicine again is important. One question is definitely going to come in the NEET PG also, in the INICET also. Physics, I think radiology physics is not that frequently being asked. That is a tough part also. So the thing is, you cannot skip it. The day a question will be asked from radiology physics and you are the one who has read it very properly, then you will be the only one who is going to answer that question. That is the main advantage. So never skip a topic, never skip a subject. That is definitely going to give you an edge over others. Then try to understand everything that you are reading, whether it is SPECT scan, whether it is technetium scan. Understanding of every concept again is going to give you an edge over others. And take everything very seriously. Focus on previous year questions, and give your best, right? So guys, this was all about your INICET analysis. I hope that this would give you some insight that will help you in your next INICET exam. Thank you guys.